Yo, man, what's good, man? It's the Easy Pin Chop Podcast with one and only host. Glory boy back again with another banger, Yes, sir. All right, man, this is a special one. This is a special one because we out here. I'm here with the guys, I'm here with the guys. Shout out to the guys. Just came from bowling.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
did a
sir.
lot of shit today, bro.
Definitely.
And then, I'm going to just let y'all introduce yourselves from here all the way around. Boom.
Hey, how y'all doing? Dog Prince. Dog Prince. The black of the berry, the sweet, the juice. Yes, sir. We here.
Go ahead.
Hey. AD from Paris.
All right.
AD.
Paris.
This is Vic.
Like it's not a big deal.
Parlez français. Parlez français.
Come on. Let's go. This is Vic.
Yeah. This is Kiriko.
Kirikou.
Eli, aka Eli, representing Syracuse. A boy from Syracuse. And this is Simba, all the way from Buffalo. Simba Pro Christian.
Buffalo. You already know, man. But yeah, man, so it's a beautiful Sunday. It's already Sunday or it's still Saturday?
Still Saturday.
Saturday, man. It's a beautiful Saturday. We're going to Sunday, man. But yeah, man, like, what's y'all boys been up to, man? Because, there's a lot of things been going on, in this world, like what y'all been up to, like, what's something that kept you guys, like, going, like, throughout these tough times, inflation, all those things,
I'll say just one thing.
Yeah.
Uganda. Uganda and the Ugandan president.
What about
the one? Is the one that's he kept us going throughout everything.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's the guy right there.
That guy is interesting.
You know one thing about this Ugandan president? This lady, I don't know, there was in this kind of meeting, and then this lady stand up. It was like, what do you think about what is it called? The
LGBTQ something.
You look at the lady and he just start laughing.
Oh, yeah, boys, don't get me canceled, man. Don't get me canceled on this joint. Just I know, it's freedom of speech, but don't get me canceled, man.
Yo, that is the thing I was about to say, man. You're gonna get Glory cancelled, but
No, we didn't say nothing bad.
You say anything, bro, I mute you, bro.
alright. So, what do you guys think? Do you think that African they are entitled of their choice, so they can make their own choice if they decide that, hey, we are against this, we don't want this? Do you think that is something that you guys can support, or do you think that's not right?
Bro, that's a good question, but bro, with the leaders that we have, bro, you really don't have as much freedom, bro, like to do whatever you want. Yeah.
Only because they're money hungry.
Yeah, they're money hungry too, bro. But with these leaders, bro, they do make their own decisions. It's just like they treat you like they're your parents, bro. Like, you can't really do anything without their permission.
It's worse, bro. At least the parent, everything that they doing it out of love, and they looking out and trying to protect when the white man, the colonizers, when they come over there and try to dictate the terms and all that, they're not doing it out of love. It's out of, nah, you must do as I say, otherwise we gonna have a problem, and you really can't do nothing about it. A parent is not approaching you like that. In most cases, they're really doing that out of love. So I think there is a distinction, or at least a difference there, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that too. So what do you think, Victor?
I think it's the market that we live in. It's America. It's a capitalist society. Everything is based on individualistic and stuff. Compared to us Africans, we are, we work together as a group, and we try to depend on our communities and stuff. But American as white people, they like their families, they want to get rich for themselves. So everything they do is for them. Yeah.
I feel like they should just leave the Africans with Africa. Leave us with our own stuff, continue with our culture.
Only if get smart enough to utilize our resources, bro. Like, it's gonna really help us, like, improve as one. But we could see, like, a lot of African leaders are actually, like, becoming aware of everything now. Like in what country was it? They were kicking Chinese people out. They were kicking them out of, I think, Nigeria or something. They were kicking them out.
I think I seen it. Even my country too.
They noticed that the Chinese people that will come there to have, like, to build companies, bro, they will mistreat the black people. They will treat them like,
of course,
animals,
even in my country, bro.
So some of the leaders, like in the community, came, bro. They were so pissed.
Yeah, gotta
started
go.
beating the Chinese, telling them get out of our country.
That's
Like,
true.
I don't know if y'all watched that on the news, bro. Like, that was crazy.
I mean, honestly, see, this is the thing, right? Africa, people feel like they can just go to Africa and do whatever. But Africans, we can't come to other people's country and come dictate how they should live, what they should do, how they should move. You think America's gonna want to listen to anybody come tell them what to do? Yeah. So why do they feel like they got the right to go to other people's country and go tell them what to do? That's like somebody coming to your house and telling you what to do in your house.
You know, they tell us as Africans in this country, or just Africans in general, if we try to express, you know, our like world views, our opinions or whatever, they tell us that it's invalid and we're closed-minded. We don't know any better. Our beliefs is based on there was no science or research that was done to support our belief system or whatever. Right. And so, you know, similar to like even some of the religious beliefs that we have back in Africa that aren't necessarily like the typical Christian ones or whatever, they tell us that they're invalid because they were like the stories and everything about it, how it's practiced, it was orally passed on, like it was, in other words, like it was by words, like it wasn't written somewhere like the Bible is or the Quran, right? So when they tell us that it's, I mean, it there seems to be a point there, but I'm curious to know what each and every one of you guys, you know, feel about them basically telling us, no, your opinions don't matter. Your viewpoint, your world viewpoints or whatever, they're invalid because they're not based in no type of research, scientific research or whatever, or anything like that. Is that fair? And is that something that we should pretty much like, you know what, you're right, we're closed-minded, it is what it is, we're just gonna bow down to you guys. I'm curious to know what each and every one of you guys, you know how you guys feel about that.
I'll go first. What I'll say about that, I'll say that, you know, Europe / America,
The Westerners.
Yeah, the Westerners, yeah. So I wouldn't say, you know, the religions that we had was bad. They came to interrupt what we had already. So there's no way for us to know.
It was good. That's
it was good or bad.
I was told.
Everything was good, bro, until they came.
Because even like
real shit till they came. Everything was good in Africa till they came, bro.
Yeah. So Africa will probably, you know,
and give us their religion.
Technologically, you know, advance or that, they came and interrupt what we had going on.
Exactly.
So there's no way us to know that, you know, today we wouldn't be, you know, as well off, you know. So they kind of, how do you say, they underdeveloped Africa when they came.
That's true.
They interrupt our economy, everything. When they came.
They mess everything
all
up.
The projects that we had going on.
Mess everything up.
Just think about it, bro. Think about the richest man in the world.
Mansa
Musa.
Yep.
Bro, he's African, bro.
That's true.
This man has so much gold, diamond, and so on, bro. But then, eventually, you can't even find him in history books.
They don't, you know why it is, bro?
Because they know how brilliant Africans were.
Another thing,
the pyramids and everything. Bro,
they trying to take the credit too. It's like they want us to grow up thinking that it hasn't been people that look like us that walk the face of this earth that did crazy things. They want to take the credit for everything so they can teach their generation. Oh, we the ones that created this. We the ones that created that. We the one. No.
As far as I'm concerned, from what I've been told, even the you know how Newton gets all this credit for all the mathematics, like the
he didn't do that shit.
You know the laws of physics and gravity.
Yeah,
and
he didn't do that shit.
He gets credit for that, but from what I hear, it wasn't him.
He didn't do that shit, bro.
Original. Even the first airplane, from what I've been
It was
told,
African man.
Bro,
So,
whoever told you that shit, that must
you
know
know.
what they're talking about. It's been some people that has
We all
walked
know-
the face
we-
of this
we all
earth
know-
that look like us, that has done some
the most advanced
fantastic things.
civilization, that existed way before all this was the Egyptian one. We all know that. Math, everything, they had everything.
Yep.
some pyramids. There's crazy math behind the pyramids.
Yep.
How
They
they
built them. Till this day, they still intact.
But not just the Egyptian. There is another conspiracy saying that there was a civilization which was calling Atlantis, and that was located like in Africa, close to Mediterranean, and that was the most technology they ever created. Like we are not even close in the world of the Atlantis world. So if we talk about race, bro, I feel like most of what happened to Africa is just we can blame ourselves, honestly, because there's a lot of corruption, first of all, and when white people came, they convinced everybody.
But we can't really. I gotta stop you there, bro. We can't really blame ourselves.
Why not?
No, wait.
Let him
Bro,
finish his point.
nah, bro.
Let him finish his
I
point.
agree with him, bro.
No, we can't really.
You can't blame yourself. Who you gonna blame?
In the first place
Wait,
because
this guy, man.
no,
He's
listen,
so patriotic, bro. What's
listen,
going
bro.
on?
When the colonizers came, they came with massive weapons, bro. They came and they had power.
Nah, bro, listen, bro.
Without power,
I agree with you.
Yeah, let him
I
finish.
like what he's saying too, bro. We gotta blame ourselves. We gotta blame ourselves. No, we gotta blame ourselves.
beginning, bro, not the beginning.
So my point is like when white people come with Bible, we give up our gods. That was an exchange. So we used to have our own gods before we received the Bible, before the mercenary come to Africa.
It wasn't by force, bro.
So as soon as when they came, they were exchanged as salt,
Yep,
heart, and Bible. So they bring those three stuff.
that's true.
What we have to do, we used to have our crafts we created in a hood, and those one they used to have so much power and secret about everything you are seeing today, the universe, how the constellation, how the stars works, everything, the solar system, and then we give it to them. In
In as much as I like to
in exchange of salt.
he got a point.
In exchange of salt.
That's a fact.
Secondly, after they did that, they start to convince other people. You can give me 5 men, and I will give salt, and I will give whatever you want. So what they were doing, like, come to Victoire. Victoire giving you glory, Chris, he give.
I give Victoria.
And that is the first corruption started in Africa.
Why you gotta give me away, bro? I give everybody away.
Go ahead, brother. You wanted to.
All right, now,
respond, right? Or you want me to
after-
go?
But no, I do
after-
get his point. I do get his point, but I do have my own opinion on that too. Like in the first, we could see like sometimes when people are overpowered, they're more likely to give up a lot of things that they have. You know, so with the colonizers coming into our world, let me just say our world because they didn't know Africa existed, and then all of a sudden they come into Africa and they have weapons such as guns and so on. Boom, they're taking over like villages and so on.
It wasn't
You
like
know,
that. White
and there's
people, they
always
were
gonna be
Come on.
listen. There's
Let
always
him finish.
there's always gonna be those people, of course, who's gonna betray others because they fear power, and you know they want to be. It's like during slavery, bro. It's like during slavery, there were those favored black slaves who basically were favored by their masters because they were more likely to give up their own people. You know, so same thing with that. But I'm saying we can also blame ourselves for those that gave up on our people to give us away. You know, and
I would
exactly.
blame up to us.
I would honestly say, bro, the blame is not even some. The blame is us. Because, like he said, when they came, if we was, let me ask you, right? Most of us, not from here, we traveled here, right? Can somebody just wake up in Africa, pack your bags, and come to America?
No.
Without no passport?
No.
Without nothing?
No.
They could do it. People could just go to countries in Africa and don't even got it. As long as they got the American stuff, they good. You feel me? So it's at the end of the day, it's you got accountability. We got to take accountability. Because before white people came to Africa, we had our own stuff how we do things.
That is true.
We had our own tradition. We had our own everything. They brought Islam, they brought the Bible, and we throw all our own stuff away. The white man is here, white man. And that's how it happened, bro.
But
we gotta do myself.
my response to both of you, I'll say that you have to look at the economy back then, you know, because every time when a larger economy comes with goods and trade, you tend to give up what you have in exchange to what you don't have. That's what happened back then. You're talking about salt and stuff. Africans didn't have all that, so they had to find what was equivalent to the white men, what they were looking for, to exchange. But they did not know that slave, you know, they would start the whole slave trade because of that. That happened because that was the economy back then, and that's what that economy. That's what happened back then. You see, because when a larger economy comes and interrupts your own environment, you tend to give up what you have in exchange to what they are bringing to you. But sometimes you don't know what you're doing, and that's what happened to Africa. They end up destroying the whole economy that
You're
they
saying,
had.
to your point, the Africans didn't have no other goods.
Yes,
that
they were
could do.
exchanging.
Other than trading people for be it guns or whatever other goods, tea and other things that they were producing in their country, we had nothing else to give in exchange.
That's
for
why
those goods. Is his point.
Exactly, but that's what I said too, bro. That comes with power. They
also.
came with so much.
No, yes.
In order to exchange.
Why do you think in the Congo they found a lot of robbers and stuff? They use a bunch of people.
Can I add on to that? Can I add on to that? Can I add on to that? So there is that one. There is that point about the economy having been what it was at the time. That's one aspect of it all. But then the other, the second part, it's not really the second part. It's really the main way. You know when you talk about building an empire, like similar to what freaking Hitler was doing at the time, expanding his empire, freaking annexing all those neighboring countries in Europe, right? He was famous for using the technique called Blitz, which is the same term that they use in American football when they blitz. Is basically all of us we rush at you all at once. You don't have enough time to react and try to defend yourself. That's right, and that was militarily. So he's coming. So at some point, if you're not willing, if let's say Africans decide, you know what, I understand you got salt, guns, and all of these things all these goods that you want to trade with us in exchange for our people. Let's say so you have some of our kings or our leaders in Africa. They decided, nah, that's not a fair trade. I'm not willing to trade my people. Guess what's next? Militarily. Okay? And you already know the guns that they were giving us, they were already the lowest. Because if they're giving you a pistol, if they're giving you a pistol or a rifle, they already had the machine guns and everything. You had a disadvantage already. You see what I'm saying? So at some point, in terms of building an empire, it's never really about being nice or negotiate or anything like that. We're gonna fight militarily, and you could have 10 men all you want, and I got 2 men with machine guns. We finna take y'all out.
Yeah, we're gonna take you out.
So at some point, it became about that, dude. These freaking these Europeans were having meetings among themselves. France, England, freaking Belgium. They're having meetings amongst themselves about how they're gonna divide up Africa for them amongst themselves. Which means the last thing that they were worried about is Africans as a whole putting up any type of resistance, putting up any type of fight. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They literally arguing amongst themselves. No, I'm gonna take Congo. No, bro, no, I'm gonna give you this. They amongst themselves. That's why we got. And again, remember, now there's no African representatives there at those meetings. It's given already. They already know that it's a done deal. So they pull up over there. Here's what we got. We got this low chip guns that we don't need or use anymore. We don't produce tea. We got coffee. We got whatever.
Yeah.
Give us your people. Because at the end of the day, at some point, well, not just that, it's the natural resources and the people.
And the people,
and
yeah.
we need your people to go and, dig up the natural resources and package them how we want them and all this. Because they're not finna use their own people. What for? There's already Africans there. And we finna take them in the trade anyways. And so what you gonna do? You're not finna fight them. So that's what colonialism is. That's what taking over, or what is that word for when you take over a country like by force?
Invading?
Invading or whatever. By force. Conquer.
Yeah.
Bro, you not fighting. So this whole notion about, bro, me, after looking at it all, bro, till this day, there's no African people that's betraying their own kind. It's not about that.
And what you can,
I don't believe in that.
To even add to your point, you can also argue that the decisions our leaders made back then was vital for our survival. You know, we are here today because of those decisions they made. Because if not of those decisions,
probably would have wiped us all up.
You know?
I mean, we made ourselves divided. So they didn't divide us, we divide ourselves.
Bro,
so.
no, bro, you're not understanding, bro.
They conquered.
That's why.
What does it mean to conquer? Ask him, bro. Just ask him. What does it mean to conquer?
Bro, that's what
because Africans were not the only ones that were conquered.
Listen.
Other countries,
bro.
White people.
America.
Yeah, white people, South Africa.
No, Africans were taken from.
Bro, sometimes you have to understand. Sometimes you have to understand. People that are coming to Africa, there are people who already have industries. They're building guns, they're building stuff. So they already have that mindset of saying, okay, we are building this whole thing and we can sit down and plan something. And you are going to a country with Africans, all they do, they farm. And, just farming.
We fighting with sticks.
Just fighting. And you are fighting with sticks.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Our mind is still low. Our mind is still low. And someone...
Mind is not low. It's there's different type of growth in different environments. It's here.
Yeah.
Some economy emerge faster and others have ways to emerge. It's not slow. It's not a mind.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
It's not that. We're a different type of economy.
Look, let me ask this. I have a question. So we all understand what happened, during colonialism and stuff. What happens to Africa. Yeah.
So what do you think is the main problem right now in Africa? Like what's the main? What do you think is holding us back in Africa right now? That's my question. Did you guys understand my question?
Let's move to.
Did you guys
let's go to that
question, right?
question. Do you wanna talk, Eddie?
The main problem is Europe. Europe is the main problem. I don't know if you know the former president of Libya, Gaddafi. Gaddafi, his main goal was to create a common currency in Africa. And what the French president did, President Sarkozy, he killed Gaddafi. Because
even the Americans, they
was all involved.
He was going to do something big, to make Africa bigger, but couldn't.
And they know we got the resource. They know we have the resource. We have we have everything to survive on our own.
Every African
leader that
decided to try and
elevate Africa on our own.
They always find a way to take them out.
So it's not just Africa, even America.
Okay, so the question to that,
is this: what can we do to change that?
African
leaders can.
That question is first. What do you think is the problem? Why are we so back right now?
We've been having this problem for so long. We have to find an answer.
No. We have to address the problem.
So let's go, and then we're gonna go to the next topic.
I gotta answer for that.
You wanna answer? Yes,
So
go first.
The problem is unity, bro. Like, we do not have a unified continent. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you could see how even throughout the World Cup, let me speak on the World Cup first of all. Let me bring up the idea of, you see how when Morocco and all those teams like advanced, what were they calling themselves? Arabs.
Yep.
They were not calling themselves Africans, And if we take a look at countries like Congo, Rwanda, if we take a look at countries like Nigeria, South Africa, You see how Nigeria and South Africa, they dislike each other. There was like the apartheid. Was it the apartheid?
Apartheid in South Africa.
Oh, sorry. What was the other one?
The thing that happened in South Africa.
Like Nigerians were
getting killed, and Congolese too, all others.
Yeah, so we don't have that type of unity, bro. It's like if us as Africans understand that we're one people,
Right.
and we take our. You see how America? Let me just say, America. All the states are countries basically. So if Africa, we take ourselves and say like every country is a state, we're a unit. Everybody should just kind of come together.
As one. That's true.
Yeah, but
that's
hold up though. Can I just challenge that real quick though?
Go ahead, bro. You can challenge it.
I don't know this idea of uniting the whole continent of Africa. No. Here's the thing. Number one.
Go ahead.
We got so much talent. It ain't gonna work no other
so
way.
Many languages, so many.
No. Okay, so here's
What's up, guys?
What's good, bro?
Oh, what's good?
It's not gonna work no other way.
Yeah. Okay, no. Here's the thing. Number one, I personally, I don't think that's possible. First of all, to unite, bro. Even here, as we're sitting right here. No. Listen, as we're sitting right here, y'all Congolese, I'm Burundian. We got Nigerians, we got West Africans, bro. Even Nigeria itself. Let's go to Congo first of all. That's where I know more about Congo than I know Nigerian. Bro, do you know how many tribes there is in Congo?
Yeah, a lot.
You can't even count them. And that's listen, Congo, they had that problem since. No, listen. No, okay, no. Listen, right now.
Nothing to do with us.
Listen.
Together.
Listen, my point is. No, listen, my point is.
Once we get that mindset away from us,
let me finish, bro.
We gonna go. I'm telling you.
Let me finish.
Let me get them.
There's no. I don't believe you can unite Congo, let alone the whole freaking continent of Africa.
No, but I'm saying the problem is
the problem. We get what you're saying, bro.
I'm getting what you're saying, but I'm saying we cannot do that because it's hard, bro. But we can do it,
bro. It's not hard, bro. It's not hard. Once you listen, bro, hold on, bro. Bro, of course now it's difficult. But what I'm saying is,
we cannot finish this discussion.
No, we can. I have.
Bro, listen, bro. I'm trying to respond to what you said.
I know why I asked that question.
Yo, bro.
We're not getting no topic. I'm trying to respond to what you said.
I'm the moderator, bro. I don't know what you're trying to do, bro.
I'm not trying to do
my show.
No, listen. I'm trying to respond to what you said, bro. We gotta stay on topic.
Let one person talk.
We gotta stay on topic, bro. So, bro, what you said, bro, what you said, I totally agree with what you said. But what Glory said is exactly that's what the problem is. Because we in Africa going around, oh, he's from Burundi, he's from Congo, No, nigga, we all from the motherland. You just I'm happy to be born Sierra Leone, grew up in Nigeria. I don't got nothing to do with it.
I do agree that is.
That's the problem.
No, it's part of the problem, but not entirely. I agree with you in terms that
gotta be the main problem.
No, I agree with you that it does not help that we see these differences.
Outsiders, can you agree that outsiders? Can you agree that since we home worrying about all the nonsense and all the bullshit, you got people in Congo killing each other talking about this is Central Congo, this is this Congo. Can you agree that makes it easier for outsiders to come and Congo what we got going on?
It's one of the.
That's it.
Listen. It's one of the things. One of the techniques that they use.
It shouldn't be no reason why people in Congo killing each other, bro.
Listen,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
So
I'm saying it's one of the techniques that the colonizers use.
Divide and conquer.
To divide us.
Divide and
turn
conquer.
us against each other.
Whenever you divide,
but I was not the only one. There's many others.
So
I don't, bro. You got Babembe, what is it?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. We should. That's the problem.
Listen. Can I? Okay, go ahead. I will give my idea. I will give my idea later. But go ahead. Go ahead. You go first.
You will give your ideas to the solution to the problem.
Yeah. I will give my. The solution.
Okay, so yeah, we already addressed we already asked the question. Okay, now let's go around and give us a solution. Everybody's solution. Yeah, let's go around. Go ahead. You can start. You want me to start?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell your mans to turn the music down?
Oh, it's upstairs?
Dolph.
And I like to talk about
They're behind it all.
Yeah, I like to talk about economy a lot. The capitalism, the economy that we use here in the West is very, like I said, it's very individualistic, and how they raise their people. So they try to bring that behavior into Africa, and the way we communicate, the way we behave in Africa is totally different to the way white people behave.
It doesn't really work for us, does it?
It doesn't, not at all. You see, that's why you see, people. Some people in Africa are very rich, and other people are very poor, like super. It's not even close. It's because everybody is focusing on themselves. They want to compare to the way
pretty much
America live and stuff. Yeah,
I mean,
so
here in America,
that,
you got the 1%ers.
That system,
built on communities, bro.
Yeah, but that system
It doesn't
in
work for
Africa,
us.
it will never work. So that's the main issue. And that's what the Westerners trying to do. They want to bring that mindset into Africa because they know it will never. Yeah, it will never work to us.
That's what they use.
They continue to divide us. So
yeah.
they go and search only those people who are willing to enrich themselves and let others, to eat on top of other people's heads, basically. So they will go and come when they get the mineral. They just find a few people and tell them, we'll put you to be on top of this.
That's the example I gave, bro. That's the example I gave.
You guys can be rich, but don't worry about your family or don't worry about the other tribes and stuff.
What is the solution to that?
So the solution is a whole. That's what he's trying to get at. The solution is a whole different type of economy.
Yeah, it has less to do with the lack of unity amongst Africans and more sort of do with the economic system that exists in Africa.
Yeah, so you have to follow. You have to understand the behavior of Africans.
You can't put unity to the side, bro.
No,
that's the center of the problem right there, bro.
Here's where
niggas in Congo thinking they either better or different from niggas in Sierra Leone. That's the problem.
That. You ain't doing nothing about that.
No, I'm just using those two. I'm just using those two countries.
Let me tell you.
In Nigeria, they think the Nigerians on the east is different from Nigerians on the west. When you thinking this way, why you want an outside come and copy, bro?
What is it? Well, they got the Igbo versus the Yoruba.
Yes, bro. This is the problem.
Unity is the problem. Africa is powerful, bro.
And you know what's crazy?
See how much stuff we have?
Hold on. Yo.
Nigeria got oil.
This is not even an African. This is not even just an African thing. This is a black thing, bro. You see how we come to America, right? You see how we come to America? Why you think in America? You think this is just started in America where you could see a neighborhood? This guy's talking about, I'm beefing with them niggas over there. We blood, we crip. Why you think, bro? It's the same shit as Africa, bro. It's the same shit that's going on in Congo, where you got people that look like each other. Talking about they're better than, I'm better than this person. This person better than this person.
So it was never.
That's the ignorance that's
Let me finish. It was never.
I want to add on to that too.
No, it was never like that before. Like the point you just said, me thinking I'm better. It was never like that before. It's that it's that mindset that they brought in, during colonialism. You see, so the solution to that is that unity that they are saying, but it's a different type of unity. Yeah. It's an economic unity. So economic unity. Yeah, you have to understand. If he owns land and I own a different type of enterprise, so I'll have to agree with them. You will produce corn, and I'll do something else. I'll start a club or something. So you will give me corn to make alcohol and stuff. So he will be producing corn or doing alcohol. So you have to do those type of things. Yes. Not one person doing every single thing, taking all the profit. So you have to go to families and give them functions, give them jobs to do. That's how you change people's. That's how you unite people. But you cannot just go to people and tell them.
You can't just tell them, you Congo.
Let me just tell you something.
Now you're gonna have to start liking. No,
because we have to.
How did you start not liking him?
No, there is one thing, bro. This is the thing. There is one thing that kills African the most. This is the thing. You see, he talk about the point of in Africa, you go to some countries, not some countries, all there are countries. There is poor, or you rich. You are
That's a
poor
problem.
and you're rich.
That's a
And this is the thing.
That's every
And this is the
society.
thing about that. You know when white people come there, who they go to? They go to the rich people. They give them more money. And when you give rich people more money, poor, they can't say nothing. They can't say any little thing about what's going on. And when it comes to that problem, when poor doesn't say anything, rich are gonna keep getting richer.
So how do you
And
fix
by
that?
them being richer, poor
Yeah,
people can't do anything.
we already got that problem.
Poor people can't do anything.
So-
So in that case, all we have to do is making sure every time we elect our leaders,
Yeah.
we have to elect the leaders that can do something.
No, yeah.
They can do something. It's very hard, but we have to try our best and see
Can I-
See, you
someone
see-
who can help us to
you
get
see- you
someone.
see the problem-
If we do have someone,
The problem
that's it. We can
the-
fix
the problem is
some
the
of the problems.
leaders.
We're not gonna fix all the problems.
The problem
some
is
of
the
them.
leaders that we are electing, they do not understand what type of economy their people need. You understand? They are all following
So
the
that-
same
that-
mindset.
that's the bigger problem.
I even
And the mindset
When
is
we
greedy,
can,
bro.
Yeah,
if we
it's
have,
greed.
if
It's
we have those
basically
leaders,
capitalism
if
is greed.
If we have those
Capitalism is
leaders,
greed.
if we have
You
those
understand?
leaders, and those leaders, you know what? They're rich.
Capitalism is greed.
They greedy,
Okay,
bro.
can I?
They
I
greedy.
want, yeah,
I think he
like
wants to go ahead.
no, there's no way, you and I, we can be rich together. I do something, you do something, but you want to do everything so you can be better than me.
Can I?
That mindset does not work to
Africa, you know one
Africans.
thing
Even
about
if they
Africans,
try to do it, it will
some
never
people-
work.
They making money. They go do, like, let's say a teacher. You want to be a teacher or you want to be a soccer player. You gotta go over there, become a soccer player. You don't even know how to play soccer, but because your dad is one of the bigger people over there, you gotta go there and become a bigger star.
Make it, yeah,
A
that's
soc- but you don't even know how to play soccer, and that's the bigger problem too.
It's people that go to school get degrees.
Yo, it's like what team was it?
Like,
Was
people
it
with
Wolf?
talent, they're not
Was
making
it
it.
Wolf or whatever? There was this one kid from from a royalty family somewhere in India or Nepal. Yeah, he came to play. He got in the first team straight up. You know why? Because of money.
Money, that's it.
Yeah, guys, let's not get off topic.
But then he don't even play no games no
President
more.
can do everything. They can't do everything because even if the president is good, there is still corruption. Corruption is not only the president; it's at every level. You can't control everything. It can be the cops. It can be everything. Corruption is everywhere. You can do nothing.
Guys.
So as long as you got corruption in Africa, we never grow up.
Corruption is the problem.
Corruption
And
is
it's
the
not
main
even so much
problem.
about the money,
Okay,
bro. What you
okay,
talking
can
about?
I explain?
And you know where corruption comes from? Corruption comes from the poverty. The poverty that we have.
Yes.
That's where corruption comes from. Because you want to feed your family. If someone come to me too,
but this
and I have
is-
nothing,
But this is where
Bro,
this is where, to some degree, personally, I will agree with him in terms of putting in a different economic system that is conducive for everyone in Africa being able to benefit, being able to get a small chunk of the pie, which would be the opposite of the capitalist system.
Yes.
Because the capitalist system here, even here in America, is pretty much you got the 1%ers that pretty much take up all the money, and then you got everybody.
That's
The
how they
rest
want
of
it.
us, we're in the, we're all struggling. The rest of us, and to his point, that economic system in Africa is not gonna benefit us too much, especially considering where we are right now, the position that most of African societies are in terms of like how poor, like the poverty across the continent. This, I do agree with him in terms of that this economic system just not working for us. And so for me, when I went to Africa over the summer, last summer, and I saw how broke. I went to Burundi. That's where I'm from. That was my first time there, and what I saw there can be said, is pretty much common in just about every country you can think of in all of Africa.
We all going through the same shit.
All right, they're all going through the same thing. You will see a lot of people, like 90% of the country, maybe even more, every country of every country in Africa, they are struggling. They don't know what they gonna eat the next day or for lunch, dinner. Like you have kids and stuff, but you don't know what you're gonna feed them. You don't know
where you gonna feed your wife or whatever. You get married anyways, knowing that you don't have a clue as to how you're gonna be able to feed your family or whatever. So to his point, I do believe that if somehow the governments across the continent are able to come up with an economic system that allows for just about every individual to get a little bit of the pie, which I watched the video a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, about the economic system that is opposite of the capitalist system.
Yes, communism.
Which is the communism.
Communist.
The Africa.
And yes, listen.
That's what Lumumba was trying to do to communism.
And I watched the video. I'm not much of a reader, but I watch a lot of videos, based on history and stuff like that. But to be honest, the way they explain the communist system.
So you have
can I finish real quick?
Yeah.
It is far from reality.
Finish up.
Listen, it is far from reality. And it actually goes against humans' nature. Like, as a human being, I am not in the business of sharing anything with you as my best friend or whomever. Like, we are naturally greedy and everything I just want for myself. I want to build an empire. When I'm talking about I'm leveling up,
That's
it's
not
me. No,
everybody.
listen.
Those are the ones that we gotta get rid of.
Hold up. No.
Either kill 'em or get rid of 'em.
No, it's not
Nah,
about
this is
killing
what
them.
we behind, bro.
It's not
Yo,
about
that's
killing
the
them. Hold on.
wrong way these guys said last
No.
time.
Let me finish. It's not about killing them.
Leaders got
No. Yo, let me finish.
better off dead.
Hold on. Yo, Christian, hold up. Let me finish
They're
real quick.
better off dead.
Let me
Let them
finish real quick. Because, let me finish real quick.
They are better
Because
off dead.
as much as we want to entertain, right? As much as we want to entertain the communist economic system, that is the complete opposite of the capitalist, bro, it is not that realistic. If you go, like, each of you guys will need to go and research on that system and see how it works. Watch videos or whatever if you need to, and you can come back and we can have these conversations. You will see, bro, it is easier said than done. It is not an easy economic system to implement in any country, in any society. Because as humans, we not wired that way, bro. If I'm gonna have a freaking this place or have a business or whatever, I wanna be at the top as the CEO and everybody else, y'all working for me. I take the 90% of whatever profits and the rest of you guys, I will give you leftovers. That's why to try and implement that, that's tough.
Yo, we got 3 more minutes.
If you look at the richest countries in the world, their economy is based on technology. They got technology. The problem in Africa, the economy is based on farming. So what I suggest first for the president to do first is to implement the infrastructures. So they need to build roads, they need to build hospitals, so people can get healthy, They need to give access to education to everybody. So you can build infrastructures and you got technology, So that's the good way to improve the economy.
2 minutes.
That's great.
I got something I gotta add. I'm sorry.
You gonna finish out the 2 minutes.
Go ahead, something.
Whoever got a point. No. I was trying to say, like, the African economics is like Harry Maguire.
Nah, bro. Addressing your point, bro, I feel like the economy is as important, but it's not really, like, when money get in the hands of the wrong people, that's when it becomes a problem, bro.
Yeah, see,
the leaders that we talking about right now, Africa, man, probably. Imagine if we have every country in Africa had the mindset like Gaddafi. Yeah.
you see,
Imagine if hold on, bro. Imagine if every.
Do you think that man did not have no personal agendas of his own?
What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, that man was for his people, bro. He was for his
I
people.
understand, we all understand how human
Our
beings
problem
function,
is, bro, we have ignorant ass leaders,
some
bro.
people like to be on top of others. You want to be at the
Not
top.
some people, all of us.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not all of us.
Wired.
It's not all of us.
If we're on the soccer team,
It's not all of us.
I want to be better than y'all. You want to be better than y'all.
That's the reason why we behind. That thinking, that way of thinking is the reason why we behind. Every leader
And communism,
is
yes,
some some leaders give a fuck about they people.
Communism, yes, at some point, to some extent, it's not realistic.
It's not realistic.
However, you can have a government that can implement some sort of that. Like if I have a business, right? If I'm running a business, I can go find if I'm the government, I can go find someone else to have something that I will need so I can buy from you. I don't have to do everything. No one in Africa or no one in any place in the world has the right to just come here and say, I own all this land. Like, who put you the owner of this land? I don't care how much money you have. You don't own all this land.
Nobody owns shit.
That's a problem. Yeah, now you have other people living in the street because what? Some guy came up and say he owns
all this shit, yep.
Why? So you think you're better than me just because of that?
I told you the problem is the greedy people. Once you start to get rid of them, everything will be alright.
You can have a government that can
find all the greedy people and kill them.
Everybody something. That way nobody lives behind no one is so poor. We can have people like that. We can put everybody up and still have.
Can I just
30 seconds.
If somehow in Africa we're able to figure out a way for each person, so there's what they call the basic human needs, survival needs. The basic human survival needs: shelter and what to eat.
And
right?
health. And health.
Hospitals. Shelter and
hospitals is very important.
The basic, the three
very important.
The three basic ones is I can eat and drink, and have a shelter where to sleep.